gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw 'em out.
It's week 4 of the National Football League.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Ready, set. Striker, 3-3. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
38.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 14 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals seek 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited. Not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. they're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down. On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. They get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And out come the Dolphins now. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Tua now on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. Tua going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice shoot.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
97.
He'll look to throw. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Shot, 17.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Montgomery. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down they go, Montgomery. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he fields it cleanly. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now, as they've got it first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he knocks the ball away. is incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Check pink, check white, switch yellow.
All that remains is to snap this once. And all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. 2 and now on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On the set, opposite, green. Yellow, one. Smith, red. 52 blaster. On the ball.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. George Pickens, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. The lead is now 14-10. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill, he's got it. And they're going to have the first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Tua. And this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Up the middle they go. Whitfield, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Ready. Right. 97.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Harris running straight ahead. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Gets this one to Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this out past the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Here's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now Tua on the bootleg here. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Tua. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Here we go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Azeez Ojulari in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And off comes to Montgomery. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down 16-14, and time a huge factor. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He's back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable.